What's going on, my YouTube people? I'll play this video and then I'm gonna chop it back with you guys real quick.
Being self-employed is the worst of both worlds. You're not an employee with a guaranteed salary, sick days and holiday leave. And you're not a business owner where you've got people doing the work for you so that you can make money whilst you sleep. You've basically given yourself a job, but you've also taken on sales, marketing, finance and customer service. I know this because I did it for 20 years, thinking I had a business, but everything relied on me. But, I was telling myself, I've got time freedom, I can do whatever I want. That wasn't true. As soon as I stopped doing any work, I had no money coming in, so I had to keep on the hamster wheel. I only escaped this when I started to delegate off a lot of the tasks that I didn't really need to be doing. That way I was able to free up some time so that I could focus on getting better business and not just going round in circles as I was doing previously. So don't kid yourself like I did for 20 years. Self-employment is not freedom, it's a trap. And the sooner you can get out of that trap by delegating, deleting or automating tasks, the sooner you'll have that freedom and you'll be finally running a business.
Made some good point. Some people will take that message as in he's telling you not to be self-employed. How I take that message is self-employment can be a trap if you do not learn how to manage your time wisely, and it depends on what type of self-employment you're in. So there's different levels of self-employment. There's some self-employment like myself where I'm free with time, so I can use my time with other things like doing content creating. Of course, I got a nice team with me as well. Yeah, it makes my job more easy, the activity side, and actually thinking about trying to do everything myself. So if you're like you're a self-employed person and you're doing everything yourself, it can be hard, but it depends what type of self-employment you put yourself in. Self-employment can give you freedom. Yes, 100% can give you freedom. But if you're a type of person, you're too busy for improvement, you might not have the freedom that you feel like you should have when you're being self-employed. You have to look at it like this, yeah? When you go into business, you ask yourself, what is the reason why you're going into that business, first of all? Is it something you can do effortless, where it's a walk in the park? It's not going to actually break anything, break any type of bones in your body where you're being self-employment, where you was going to do it anyway, so you're making money from it. Or if you're using a type of self-employment tactics where you're never at home and you always outside all the time, 24/7, you don't even have no time to even better your business because you're too busy. If you're too busy for improvement, then you need to actually slow down and try to figure out how it's going to be easier for you. At the end of the day, I don't believe in retirement, right? I believe in forever working, forever grinding, forever building till the day I leave this earth. But at the same time, my lifestyle becomes better. I don't want to work, I don't have to work. If I want to work, I can work. Are you making your money work for you? Because I always will say this, the biggest and the most important thing in business is cash flow. If you don't have no cash flow and you have business, then I don't see the point of you even having a business. When you're running a business or you have a business that's running for you, you'll still have to work as well. So that is also a myth where you feel that if you have a business, it's going to run for you because you're going to put someone in charge, right? That person that you put in charge still needs to come back and answer to you so you can tell them exactly what you want for the business or the next step the business is going to be taking. So either way, whether you like it or not, you still working, but the work ethic and the work is minimized than you just doing everything yourself. I will always say if self-employment is actually better than working for someone else, but depending what type of person you are. If you're a type of person that you've always been self-efficient and you can do things yourself or create things from the bottom, and you can make it start making you a nice cash flow, self-employment is the route for you. But if you're a type of person where you are good with working around people and your people skills is phenomenal and you like working in teams, you don't know how to start something from the beginning, you like to jump into projects and you work better in that market, then self-employment might not be for you, because self-employment is self-employment, as in you hire yourself to do a job, right? So you working at a job or a company and that's where you strive, stay there at the same time, but you still got to learn how to money management and still get your financial literacy on point where you know how to invest your money and make your money work for you. The thing I like about self-employed is I use my time for something that will benefit me long term. Hence the reason why I love doing content creating, because that's something that's going to benefit me long term when things starts to compound. I love to invest in crypto, stocks. Those things as well are going to benefit me long term. I'm also a full-time trader, so I'm into trading as well with Forex and gold. Those type of things will benefit me long term. But the most important thing for me to have those things moving is the cash flow, which the self-employment comes in. The way I will say my business is right now is phenomenal. I'm always in the crib with my family. I got my office. If I'm not in the office, I'm in my studio at the back of the crib. Self-employment where I've compounded it in a way where it works for me, so it's a different lifestyle. So self-employment where it takes away from your family, you're always on the road. I look at artists or rappers as self-employed. I look at footballers as self-employed, basketballers as self-employed, musicians as self-employed. So many self-employment categories where at the end of the day, right, the reason why I'm naming all these people that look at self-employed, because they have a talent that they are, you know, selling, right? So you can be a football player working for a team for like 3 years and the contract's done, then you go find another team, right? You're self-employed. Or, you know, choosing a team that you would like to play for, and when it's done, if you want to stay, you can stay, or you can go to another team, which makes you a free agent. What falls underneath being self-employed at the end of the day is a slave contract being a self-employed. No, I wouldn't say that, but I would say that there's a lot of benefit in, you know, investing in yourself. You know, key to invest in yourself, and the money that you make from investing in yourself, you should always invest it so your money can make more money from you. It makes you an investor. Watching this video, a lot of people that's not in the industry of, you know, being self-employed, like self-employment is like slavery. Like if I don't work, I don't get paid. That's like anything in life. You know, if you're working at a job and, you know, you go sick, yes, the company might pay you, but they can't pay you for a long period of time. You know, you're gonna have to come back to work. And if you can't come back to work at some point, you know, they're gonna have to cancel the contract to give the job to someone else, and now you're unemployed. You know, so the most important thing like I get from this video is just investing in yourself, right? Hamster wheel that we all have to participate in. Whether you're a business owner or not, you're still gonna have to pay tax. You're still gonna have to look for, you know, staff members to run your business. You're still gonna be firing staff members and employing staff members. I remember my first business I had was a barbershop, and mate, I had so much staff members. It's crazy. I had over like 50 people that I've employed, I've got rid of, and it's exhausting because no one's ever gonna run the business the way you want it to be run. So still gonna have to be there at the end of the day. So I do understand what he's saying, but at some point, you know, you're still gonna have to be there. There's no such thing as just having a business and just closing your eyes and going to bed and it's just running itself automatically. You're still gonna have to add some type of effort into it to make it successful at the end of the day. So it is what it is. But I do tell you, you guys should actually read a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. So I want you to read a book called Cash Flow as well. So it's gonna let you know exactly where you are, what position you are in life, and what type of role you're trying to play for yourself. It's very educational. Catch you guys on the next video. Make sure you stay blessed. Peace. Bow.
God gave me grace. God gave me style. God gave me grace. God put a smile on my face. God made me smile on my face. God made me shine like the sun. God made me shine like the sun. Sometimes I feel like I'm the one. Sometimes I feel like it ain't my fault.